Hey everybody, welcome back to Dog's FPV channel. Today we're going to talk about the new Fatshark HDO2s, the OLED module FPV goggles. What comes in the box, the pros and the cons, and my final thoughts of them. Stay tuned. Alright, let's go ahead and get started here. Let's see what we get in the box with these. Looks like what we got in the box in the bottom here is a little QR code sheet right here. And we get the, of course, the standard Fatshark decal set. We'll put them back in the box. Go ahead and open up this case. Get to the good part. Inside here we got the battery case. Standard Fatshark battery case. It's got your balance lead plus your power connector on it here. And you got your indicator button here on the top. It tells you how much power you got left in the batteries. Lay that off to the side right here. Go ahead and get the goggles out. Inside the case you also got a cleaning rag. Help keep them lenses clean. And it came with another face pad right there. But the goggles themselves, we'll go ahead and set this stuff out of the way. With the field of view on these, it's 46 degrees field of view. That's quite a big difference of the difference between my Fatshark Attitudes, which I think are like 30 to 35 field of view. And right here on the bottom, you got your IPD adjustments. The IPD on these things run from 54 millimeters to 74 millimeters, which gives you quite a variance there. Helps you focus in a lot better. Also on the bottom here, you have your adjustable focusing on them, which is really the big seller that I wanted the most on these. You can actually adjust individually on these on either side, from +2 to -6, which there makes it no need there to have the diopters to put inside of them. I tried the diopters on the Fatsharks with my vision, and I could see okay with my Fatshark Attitudes, but the diopters made it worse. It just wasn't the right focus for me. Dialing these things in was just amazing of how crisp and clean the picture is. And with that being said, they do have Sony 0.05 screens in them, and the standard definition on them is a 4.3 or a 16.9 with an HDMI at 16.9. The power feed on them will run the 18650s, or you can run from 7 to 13 volt input on it voltage from a 2S to a 3S battery. The input consumption on it, 7.5 volts, runs about 320 milliamps without the module, and if you install a Rapidfire module, they run about 770 milliamps. It's an analog DVR that's in it, right there, just where the other ones were. And you have your control up here for your DVR. If you push it down and hold it, that'll turn the DVR on. If you push it quick press, it'll give you one beep, which tells you it's recording. You push it again, a quick press, and it'll beep twice, which stops the recording on it. You have your volume up and down for your headset here at the bottom. And you can plug your headset up in there. You got your switch on the bottom here to go from the RX to the DVR. You also have an HDMI out, which is pretty awesome on there. You can go ahead and plug that thing into your laptop. You have a power switch on the bottom. Now, that's kind of a nice power switch. First plug in the goggles. The fan comes on the second speed, which is high. You push this once and it turns it down to low. Unfortunately, this does not turn the goggles on and off. There is a mod you can do to make this act as a power switch. The biggest problem with this is when you grab a hold of these goggles to put them on, your thumb accidentally hits the switch. By switching that over to a power switch, that's the last thing you want to do is turn them off all the time and keep turning them off and on. That is definitely a con for me on that, and probably most other people. You've got your second bay right here that you can add for your head tracking. And inside of here is where you can take the jumper set and you can move it over actually and make that into an actual power switch. There's no need to plug in the balance lead anymore. There's no balance lead connector for the fan. Everything is actually ran finally through the main power cord off your battery pack. The HDO2s does not come, unfortunately, with a module. The picture quality within these goggles are to die for. That's all I can say. It's my opinion on that. When I upgraded from my Attitude V5s to this, and I thought my V5s were really, really nice. As far as the resolution, the picture quality, and everything on my V5s were good. And when I strapped these things on and used the diopters, got everything in, used the focus on these things, man, it was like, wow. I could not believe the quality of the picture that I had. It was like all the things I was missing now is right there, and I didn't realize I was missing that much by just the difference itself of these goggles versus my Attitude V5s. The actual weight of the goggles coming in, the dry weight on the goggles is 207 grams. They're not that heavy of a goggle, and they feel pretty comfortable in the face. Installing the module is really fairly simple on these. You just pop your cover off there for your module bay, and we're going to go ahead and install the Rapidfire module to it. Just line your pins up right here. Line them up inside of here. Make sure you get them lined up right. Give it a snap in there. And then all we got to do is snap our cover back on here. And they fit nice and firm in there. And I do have to say that these things work great with the Rapidfire module for sure. I believe the goggles were actually built around that Rapidfire. I mean, they work hand in hand like a piece of machine. The build quality on these things are excellent, and they should be for the price that they come in at. It should be top notch, and they appear to be that way. On the controls up here, if you a quick press of this brightness contrast button right here, it will switch it between 4.3 and 16.9. And if you hold the button for 2 seconds, hold that down for 2 seconds, it opens up the display setting menu, and there you can adjust additional sharpness, saturation. Let's take a minute and talk about the cons. The biggest con that I see is the way they come in on the cost. They're very expensive, and definitely that is a con for me and most people of why not everybody's wearing a pair of the HDO2s. Second con on it would be this switch right here. It's in a very bad spot. It should have been put somewhere on the side. It just, when you grab a hold of these goggles to put them on, as you can see, when you're grabbing a hold of them, you're just naturally grabbing that. And it's a very touchy button, so it doesn't take much to change that button or the function on it. That would be the second con I have. The other con I have on the HDO2s is they do not come with a module. So on top of the cost of the goggles, you're going to have to purchase a module of your choice of some sort. I don't have any other modules to compare it to. I did buy this one right here for my Attitude V5s, and I moved it over to the HDO2s. That would be another con that I would have for this goggle set. These do not come with any type of antennas at all. You think for the cost of them, they could at least put in a nice antenna set. That's my own personal opinion. I don't know how everybody else feels, but I understand that these are very, very nice quality. The screens and the resolutions are awesome. All the features they have on here are awesome. But what you get in the box is basically the goggles, and that's it. You're going to have to buy your batteries. You're going to have to buy yourself a module, and you're going to have to buy yourself a couple of antennas on top of the cost of the goggles themselves, which puts them up there at a pretty good range for most people. And I think Fatshark could do a little bit better. They could give you a little bit better of a strap. This is a narrow, cheap kind of strap. I'll be upgrading that strap to the wide ethics type strap or something like that. That's something else that I believe Fatshark, for the cost of these, could actually add in. And again, that is my own opinion. The pros on it is awesome screen. The resolution is fantastic. The brightness, the contrast, and everything is just amazing in it. The other pros would be the IPDs, the range that the IPDs will go in and out, and also the built-in focusing here is just that right there. Like I said, was probably the main reason that I bought these goggles, is for the focusing alone. They are very, very well built goggles. They fit very well. I mean, they are not heavy, and they function pretty amazing. Comparing to the Attitude V5s, the quality of the picture and the settings on them is just outstanding. If I had to rate it from a 1 to a 10, and 10 being the highest, I would definitely give these things at least a 9.5. And the only reason I would knock it down would probably be the power button and the cost. And cost coming in at the top. There you go. That is my unboxing and pros and cons of the new Fatshark HDO2s. And I hope this video helped you make your decisions on whether or not you would like to buy a pair of these goggles. And if so, hit that like button, leave your comments or questions below. And definitely hit that subscribe button. I appreciate all the support that I get from my viewers. And definitely like to hearing from you, and looking forward to making more videos for you and getting better at this. Until next time, thanks for dropping in at Dogs FPV Life.